Allow me to introduce Chancellor Case.
Well, good morning, everybody. It couldn't have been a better day for the 25th Annual Development Day at UAA, a long-standing tradition. And I want to tell you that Vice Chancellor Spindle, in a minute, the champion of the Seawolf Howl, is going to thank a whole lot of people who are responsible for this, and I want to endorse his comments there. This is truly a tremendous team effort, and it comes at a time where that's very important for us. We have had a great year at UAA, perhaps the best ever in so many ways. Our athletic programs are the best we've seen at this university. Our advances in workforce development, in teaching across the curriculum, has been producing graduates that are really happy. And if you had the opportunity to attend commencement, you saw 1,350 degrees awarded, smiling, happy faces, a packed Alaska Airlines Center. I mean, it was just a great day. So I want to thank each and every one of you, because while we have a whole list of all-stars with nationally and internationally notable accomplishments during this past year, they've gotten a lot of press already, and I'm impressed by them, and I thank them, and that's a wonderful part of what we do. But it takes a larger team to do the sorts of things we're doing that provides the environment where students of all ages have the opportunity to come here and really change their lives for the better. And that's what keeps me getting up and coming to work every day. That's just a wonderful thing. And I have not been here nearly as long as some of you, but I've been here long enough to see mid-career professionals in Anchorage and in our other communities around who went through some of the classes that I was involved in, and am so proud of what they are doing now. And they are proud of UAA. We have come so far as a university over the course of time. We had a social recognition function last night for our this year retirees and emeriti, and listening to the stories of some who have been here for 25, 30, 35 years, and reflecting on Will Jacobs' book, The Story of UAA, it's amazing how far we've come. And each one of you now are playing a key part in the next chapter of UAA. And so I want to thank each and every one of you and your families and all those that you care about for the work that you do. Now, that's the happy story. And it's one from the heart. But I need to be transparent, and something you may have noticed, our budget in the state of Alaska is just a little bit challenged right now. And the biggest frustration for me is the delay in us knowing for sure what we're going to have to work with. So my pledge to you is I'm going to do the very best I can to keep working this problem so that we can get the information we need to plan with certainty for next year. We've already done things that we had to do because of our lead times. Publishing our class schedule, beginning registrations, those things we had to commit early. But I'm confident that we're going to maintain our core values, our core mission here at UAA during this coming year. So don't be distressed. The work that we do every day in teaching, research, workforce development, taking care of students, taking care of each other, that's the important thing to focus on. And what may come, but in the meantime, we've just got to keep pedaling, and we're going to be all right. So again, I want to thank you for what you do. Stay the course. We're going to get through this budget phase. We've come too far in UA not to continue the great momentum we've got. So thank you, and have a great day. And again, I want to thank all the people who are responsible for putting this day together. And it's one, even in physically constrained times, that I believed was well worth doing. So thank you, and now the champion of the Hal.
Thank you, Chancellor. Welcome, everyone, to the 25th Staff and Faculty Development Day. Are we happy to be here? Yeah, normally I would do the how right here, but it's coming later, so just so you are something to anticipate. But we're here about you today. So one of the things about Development Day is relationship building. So we're going to do something right now. So everybody stand up. I want you to look around, find somebody you don't know, and introduce yourself, and let's start building some relationships. Right now. Okay, enough relationship building. Just remember who you talk to and keep that up today. I want everybody to try to meet 5 new people today. How about that? Can you do it? 5 new people. All right. Right now, though, first I want to tell you that Development Day is one of my favorite days, and we are, as long as I'm here, we're always going to have this. As long as that Chancellor Case is here, we're always going to do this day, because it's important to recognize our faculty and our staff and our students who are working so hard for us. So right now, I want to just thank very briefly the folks who put this on. And first and foremost, I want to thank Betty Hernandez, who without her, there would be no Development Day. So Betty, where are you? Are you here, Betty? Is she even here? She's working somewhere. So I'm also going to read the list of names of those who are on the committee, because this is the epitome of a volunteer effort, believe me. Ashlyn Antonelli. And if you're here, please stand up. Bryce Johnson. Chris Triplett. They're all working is the problem here. But I'm going to say it anyway. Danielle Nelson. David Tranberg. Fanny Slayton. Kaylin Coffey. Katie Brandenburg. Kim Stanford. Lauren Zamborski. Ron Kamaheli, I know he's here. Ruth Cardoza. Dozo, excuse me. Sarah Sheets. I only have 50 more names, just kidding. Tama Haynes. Victoria Hilwig. I saw Victoria here somewhere. There. And Zalata Lakteva. So again, let's give one big round of applause to everybody who's helped out today. We couldn't do it without them. So we have lots of interesting courses today. I took a look at it, some fabulous options. In addition to our normal professional development courses like Office 365 tips and tricks or Excel Beyond the Basics, we've got a lot of those. But we also have some great personal growth and enlightenment courses like I Do Believe in Spooks, I Do Believe in Spooks, I Do Believe in Spooks. Now that's all about the ghosts that are in this building. So just in case you feel a nudge and there's nobody next to you, don't be surprised. Don't complain to me. So if that doesn't scare you enough, we have courses on the defined benefit plan for PERS, retirement strategies, estate planning. Ooh, that's a scary one. Now for me, after working on the budget, I can take great benefit in attending the Kuan Yin Standing Qi Kung with guided meditation. I think I need that bad. or the gentle Sivananda Hatha Yoga. I'm relaxing already, just being able to say that. I would like to highlight one set of courses, though, that we have available today, and those are the ones that are introducing the concept of lean. Lean is all about process improvement, and we are all about that. As you know, we don't have as much money, so we've got to do things better and more effectively. So a terrific approach to that is lean. We think so highly of it here that we have already put a lot of effort into training folks. In fact, if you have been trained in the lean process already, please stand up. So no one here. Okay, there we go. So you're going to learn, our goal here is to infuse lean into every organization. So you're going to learn about green belts and white belts, and I think we're inventing a gold belt. All these are terms which signify a particular level of training that you have. But the idea is to get to a point where every organization looks at everything they do with this lean in mind. And so what we're going to do right now is turn you over to the lean folks and let them explain this in a little more detail and give you a little better understanding of what we're all about. And to lead that, the lady who is running this is doing a fantastic job. Her name is Luann Picard, and she is the director of our Project Management Master's Program, somebody who knows how to fix a process and make it work better. So I'll turn it over now to Luann.
Thank you, Bill. Thanks, everybody, for being here today. This is really exciting. As Bill said, we're going to be talking to you a little bit today about lean. And hold on, Matt, I need your help.
Here I am. That's up there. Here we go.
Oh, there we go. Oops. Okay, so the first question that I have for you guys is, and some of you know the answer to this question, but other people may not, is if you were to look at this glass of water that's filled roughly to the midpoint, how many of you in the room would say this is half full? Raise your hand, okay? How many people in the room would say this is half empty? Okay? Well, a lean thinker would say, why do we need a glass that's twice as big as is required to hold the water? Okay? So that's what lean is about, kind of in a nutshell, which is, first of all, asking, do we need it at all? And then if we need it, how can we do it in the most effective way? So we're going to just talk a little bit here today about what lean is, and as Bill said, we've got 3 workshops today where we can share this in more detail with people. And then we're offering training classes, white belt training classes and green belt training classes, free to anyone who is interested in getting more acquainted with lean. So this is that lovely example of that particular example that I just shared. So the glass is half full, the glass is half empty, but a lean thinker would say that. Okay, so the next thing that I would like to do is introduce some of our lean steering committee members, if you guys want to come out to the stage, and we'll talk about what is lean at UAA. So we are lean. And lean is about all of us. It's not about, it's about improving processes through the hard work of people. Okay, so what the first thing that we are in lean is, is L. L, which is logical, which means that we spend a lot of time looking at the things that we do to make sure We're also not, we're trying to be really coordinated, but, you know, okay, so L is for logical, which means that we try to really look at these things in a logical way, these processes that we want to improve, and really think through what that means. We are also E, enthusiastic and engaged, because it's about us, for us. These are things that we can do to help us all be better at what we do on behalf of our customers. We are also ambitious, which means that we really are going to set some lofty goals for ourselves and really work hard to try to make UAA a much better place. And we are no nonsense. We recognize that we don't have unlimited resources, and to put an exclamation point on it, we're a fantastic team and looking forward to working with all of you guys on this journey for Lean. So Lean at UAA means three really important things. The first thing is improving the customer experience. We have 5 sets of customers that we've identified. 1 is our students, 2 is our faculty, 3 is our staff, 4 is our alumni, and 5 is the community around us that we serve. And every process that we have inside of the institution should be something that has a clear customer at the end of it that process benefits. So that's the first thing that we're going to be focusing on with Lean. The second thing is adding unique value. It's about finding ways that we can actually make a contribution that's beyond what we do every day. I bet many of you in this room have wonderful ideas that, if given the opportunity to implement, would actually make a significant difference in the value proposition that we deliver to our customers. And the third is reducing waste. I think we all probably experienced processes inside of our day-to-day jobs, something as simple as just locating a trash can next to a recycling bin. That reduces waste in terms of the stuff that we throw away, but also the time that it takes to actually put something in one place versus another. So it can be something really, really simple, or it can be something really ambitious. So what is the vision? This is our vision statement for what is Lean at UAA. It's release the creative and resource potential to maximize value for our UAA students, staff, faculty, the institution, alumni, and our community through the intense customer focus, seamless operational excellence, and an unrelenting culture of continuous improvement. And that's what we all want to be, is be lean. So the next thing I'd like to share is a video that highlights some of the success stories that we've had so far since we launched Lean in September.
It's really a chance for you to look at what your operation is doing to see if it's as efficient as it could be, if it's as customer service oriented as you want it to be. It really looks at those parts of your operation that maybe aren't exactly the way you would like them to be, but for some reason you just haven't been able to create change in that area.
We would receive numerous phone calls from alumni who had just graduated with the issue of their emails being disconnected abruptly. Here are our new alumni that had just recently graduated. Their first experience here with alumni relations is in a negative aspect. Instead of building bridges, we were building walls. In order to eliminate the situation, UAA will now send a courtesy email to the individual to let them know that their email service will be cut off at a certain amount of time. Instead of just abruptly cutting them off, it gives them a heads up to keep them a little bit happier, to keep them informed, and to keep them educated on what's going to happen.
Even though our IT shop was well organized according to best practices in the IT world, we listened intently to our customers, and they told us, we're calling back time and time again to get our problem fixed. And so as we first of all looked at the metrics, we saw that only 34% of the time were we able to fix an issue for someone when they called. That measure is called first call resolution. So we critically examined our organization, collapsed 3 sections into 2, empowered the first line of defense, those folks on the phone, and gave them a rich set of tools that they could use to solve issues for our customers right on the spot. Well, our first call resolution went from 34% to 94%. It saved us over $450,000 in wasted time on behalf of our customers.
Part of our mission is connecting students with resources and making sure that those resources are available early enough for students to make good decisions about enrollment. Part of evaluating a student's application involves a large standing scholarship committee. They have to read and score thousands of essays. The year that we evaluated when we went through the Lean process, we had a little over 2,500 applicants. In comparison, our current 2016-17 applicant group is 4,296 students. So if you can imagine having to read all of those essays and then score them all, it takes a considerable amount of time. And because the process of making these awards takes such a long time, we haven't been able to deliver award notices early enough for a student to make a critical decision about not only whether they want to attend, but where they want to attend, how many credits they should take. And so our goal is to solve that problem. Currently, right now, what we're going through in the lean process is we are in the solution stage. Nothing is off the table. That's what the brainstorming solution session is about, is finding a solution that will not only work for our office and make us more efficient and save the university more money. We're also looking for a solution that creates an equitable method of matching those students with the right scholarships that they apply for.
Because the entire university is doing this, top management is saying we're willing to look at processes, we're willing to look at policies, we're willing to make changes or talk about changes on things that may be making it difficult for you to do your job. And that's very exciting because we all come to work and think, oh, I wish I could change X, Y, or Z. This process really says, I think you can, and there are experts to help.
So that was an awesome video. Thanks for all of the people that contributed to that as Lean team members, as well as University Advancement. Philip, if he's here, are you here, Phil? Who put this video together in about a 2-week time frame and did an absolutely awesome job. So thank you for that. But that kind of tells you a little bit about what Lean is. Next, I want to share what are some of our goals. Okay, so in our year one we said started roughly in February of 2016 after we completed Greenbelt training. There were 23 of us that did that. We set a goal for ourselves that in a 1-year time frame we would add $500,000 worth of value to the university through in three ways. It was, the first way is to really find ways that we can actually save cost, so where we can eliminate cost. It's not about cost cutting. Lean isn't about. It's about finding places where we don't need to do something and we can eliminate that or reduce that. It's about the value of time saved. So if you can save an hour or 2 hours or 3 hours in a process and do it more efficiently, we can count that, the value of that time saved. And the third is the additional revenue generated. So do we have any other opportunities that we can implement revenue generating ideas that contribute to that overall goal? It's also about providing lean expertise to work groups like yours. I'm sure everybody out there has a pain point that they can identify, that if they could improve the way they did what they did, their jobs would be much easier, and they would be able to serve their customers better. So it's providing that expertise. Help teams that are interested to redesign work to make it more efficient. And ultimately, what we want to do is deliver that $500,000 of value by February of 2017, and we need everybody's help to be able to do that. So every hour that we come up with a process, or every process that saves an hour or 2 hours, we can count that towards achieving this goal together as a team. This is just an example of something that you might use as a lean tool where you basically do a process map. You saw a picture when Carrie was talking about the scholarship process where you take a process and you map it end to end and you look at all of the different things that happen in that process exactly as they occur. And you can ask yourself, a really nice process is one that you could sort of take, imagine this image, and you've got a thread that's woven through this process. And at the very end, if you could pull that thread and it would come through very cleanly and neatly, that would be a really good process. But most of the time, if you think about pulling that thread at the end, there are knots, things that are snags or snarls. Those are the places that you can work on in a process to come up with ways to make that a little bit more efficient. So this is kind of what it looks like. We're looking for ideas from work groups, from our lean team, et cetera. We're putting them in a hopper. We're looking at potential lean launches. We have 31 of them that are currently ongoing around the university in every function and community campus. Look at some kind of a lightweight filter that will help us to assess which ones are the best ones to go forward with. Then we have a process that some of you will learn about later today, but it's called DMAIC, D-M-A-I-C. And what that stands for is define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. So when you're looking at that process, how do you do it better in a step-by-step way? And at each point in this process, we have some kind of a toll gate or a checkpoint where it tells us should we go forward or should we not go forward. And then we continue to do that until we ultimately achieve our goal in the end through the work that we're doing together. So this is an example. Is anybody an IndyCar fan? A little bit? Okay. So everybody kind of would recognize what this is. It's a pit stop, right? And you can imagine that it's a really, the measure of success in this particular case is how quickly they can get the car in, refuel, change the tires, or whatever they need to do. And how quickly they do that is a critical success factor for their overall, whether they're going to win the race or not, right? That's a critical part of the whole. But they don't do this by accident. So they take a look at this, and they look at every single step that has to happen, and they think about how can that be done in the most efficient possible way. And ultimately, in the end, it becomes a very, very rapid from beginning to end to get that car out of the chute. So that's what we would like to be able to do, and that's how we would want to think about lean, is looking at our processes, figure out what's the most effective and efficient way to get them done, and reduce any possible waste so that we can be as efficient as possible. However, it's not just about efficiency, right? That's one piece of it, where we're trying to get things done as quickly as we possibly can or with as minimal waste as we can. But you can't, in that particular example, even if you were to do it quickly, you can't sacrifice quality for it, right? Quality is, sorry, my clicker is not, so quality is an important part of, unfortunately, it's not being quality in this case. But in that particular example, you can't sacrifice speed for quality. You need to be able to have both, and that's what we want to be able to do on behalf of our customers. So what is lean about? How does it work? Well, you guys and all of us, every single day in our workplace, we can identify things that are troubling or difficult or things that aren't working well. And we are the ones that are closest to that work, so we're in the best position to identify those things that could be improved. So it really starts with work groups, and then it's supported by leadership. And we have that commitment from our cabinet and our leaders in order to be able to do this effectively. So I'd like to have everyone in the room raise your hand if you have had or have ideas about how you could improve how we work with our customers. Anybody have any ideas about that? How about if you have ideas that could increase revenue or deliver the value that we deliver? Okay, keep your hands up. And finally, does anybody have any ideas that could help to improve or reduce waste, time, effort, or resources? Okay, I think that's pretty much everyone in the room. So I think we all have ideas. So those are the kinds of things that we're looking for, and we're going to be the team that can help you to make those things happen. So the call to action, thank you very much, Bill and Ron and Victoria, for allowing us to talk today. Our call to action is to have all of you be part of this process going forward. Attend our workshops. If anyone is interested in getting more additional training, then please reach out to us. The website is, we have cards, we have all kinds of information. Please check in with one of us, and we'd be happy to have you part of our trainings going forward. So thank you very much.
Thanks very much, Luann. Good morning, everyone. My name's Ron Kamahaley. I'm your Human Resource Services Director, and I'm going to be the prize giver this morning. So first off, we have some prizes for folks who did the charitable donations at registration this morning. So we're going to be drawing some tickets, and if you're one of those gracious folks who have donated goods and services this morning, get your ticket out, and we'll let you have a chance at a fabulous prize. Well, they're all the same. They're swag bags over here. Okay, the first ticket is 508635. 50, and a winner! Right here to my right, your left. The next ticket is 508626. 508626. Excellent. The next number, 508639. Another winner. $508-622. 508-622 right here. next number is 508-623. 508-623. Right here? Right here. 508-637. 508-637. Next number, 508. Heard that before. 508-641. 508-641 right here in the middle. Next number, 508-629. 508-629er. Anyone? Bueller? $508-629. Going once, going twice. Do we have any prizes left?
Yes.
We do, okay. The next ticket, please. 508-625. There we go. Whew. Cut the tension. $508. And 508-624. Right here? Excellent. 10 more?
10 more.
Do we got that many tickets? Okay.
Yes.
Oh. 020741. 020741. Here we are. Uh, 508-633. 508-633. There we go. $508-627. 508-627. Anyone? There we go. Next number. 508-621. 508-621. 508-620. 508-620. Crickets? All right. 508-638. 508-638. How many bags do we have left? Seven. All right. We're still rolling. Next one, 508-631. 508-631. Next number, 508-634. 508-634. $508-636. 508-636. 508-640. 508-640, right there.
Okay, that was it. That's 20. No.
We still got bags left. We got one more.
All right, one more. There you go.
You can cut the tension. 508-630. 508-630. Thanks very much, folks, for donating to worthy causes this morning. Now, the next set of prizes is right there?
There's seats.
Okay. So the next set of prizes is actually, they're all the same. We have coffee cards from Kaladi Brothers. And these are going to be awarded based upon the seat you're sitting in. So we're going to go by rows. Okay, so we're going to do the first row first. You're row A, okay? There's nothing on your seats, folks. I got the numbers right up here. They're new, don't pull them up. So the first row here is row A, the second row is row B, and so forth, and we're going to progress through the rows. Now, if you do stand up and you look under your seat, you'll see your seat number, okay? So starting with row A. Seat number, no, A, just the first row. Row A, just the first row. No, I'm going to tell you the number. We're going to identify the row first, and then I'll give you the number, which is on this card. Okay? So, those students in row A and seat number 7. See, just like that. It's that simple. This is also for row A, seat number 20. Quick, someone jump in it. So now we're going on to row B, the second row B, right? Okay, so seat number 33. You're welcome. Also, row B, seat number 7. Whoever gets to it first wins. Okay, now we're going to row C. Okay, so the next row. So, all right here. Seat number 6. And that's all for row C. Next, row D, Delta. Sorry, they're written on here already. This is all randomly done. Row D, which is now the 4th row up. Seat number 27. Number 27. There we go, right there, number 27. Can we hand this back? Thank you. Okay, moving on up to row E. So that's A, B, C, D, E. Okay, right here. Seat number 19. Yay! There we go, let's hand that back. Okay, next row up, F. F, next row up, okay? Everyone know, raise your hand if you're in row F. Okay, excellent. Seat number 31. Woo! Okay, so the next one is row G. Row G. Seat 18. Can we do some teamwork and hand that back? Thank you. Okay, the last one is row H. Row H. Raise your hand if you're in row H. Okay, very good. I didn't write this down, okay? They just hand these things to me and I say what's on them. Number 16. H16. Whoever can occupy that seat first can have the card without injury. Thank you. Okay, we're gonna teamwork this all the way back to row H. Seat 16, now currently occupied. All right. Is that all the fabulous prizes? Is that all the fabulous prizes? Okay. There are more opportunities for fabulous prizes at the closing. So make sure. And at the closing, we're going to be using the name tags for the drawing. So when you show up at the closing ceremony, bring your name tag, and you're going to drop that in the bin if you want to be able to compete for fabulous gifts and prizes. Some of which are taxable, which is why payroll will be there, but that's how you compete. Okay, so I have a few announcements to make before we come out and do our Seawolf Howl and then off to do our development day. First, here's a question for you.
That's it.
No, it's the meaning of life. It's 42. So UA, comma A, this is a history question. UA, comma A was formed in 1976. In what year was UAA formed? Who knows? I hear an 85. 87, 86. Someone's raising their hand very earnestly. 87. Do I hear an 88? An 89.
That's what she said.
The correct answer is 1987.
Who said 87?
Oh, we got the prize. Okay. All right. So here's some... Just some quick announcements here. Remember, all day long, from 8:30 to 3:30, the bookstore offers a 25% discount on clothing to employees all day. So make sure you visit the bookstore, buy some UAA wear. Also, during lunch, you may have noticed that we're going to have the food truck roundup in the quad right out here. So you can go and select what you like, purchase as much as you want, and that's lunch from 10:30 to, from 11:30 to 1 p.m. The food truck roundup will be out here in the quad. Also, don't forget to stop by the community engagement and UAA fair. It's in the student union in both the upper and lower levels of the student union. The fairs will be open from 10:30 to 1:30 today. I mentioned the name tags at the ceremony, and also wanted to recognize a number of folks who really help make the day possible. Because we get so much support from the surrounding community and different businesses and vendors around town is really what helps make the day happen, because much of what you're enjoying today has been donated by local businesses. So I wanted to recognize a couple of those. Seawolf Catering sponsored the morning breakfast, so thanks to Seawolf Catering. Of course, all the folks who are doing the presentations and the workshops are really volunteering their time to put on the different workshops for you today, so we want to thank each and every one of them. Shake their hand when you go to your workshop. Today, Kaladi Brothers and Steam.Coffee are also offering free coffee all day from 10 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. Tip them well. Tip them well. They're being really kind. They're volunteering their time as well. Pepsi Cola also donated cases of water for the day, so avail yourself of that. Aurora Vending also donated snacks for the closing ceremony, something else to look forward to at the close. All of our volunteers who helped throughout the day also help keep this event strong every year, and we recognize the volunteer committee, and there's also Day of Volunteers here helping run things as we go. Also like to thank the Chancellor, all the Vice Chancellors, all the department heads and chairs who let their folks volunteer time to put this day on, because without their support, this doesn't happen. And have a great day, everybody. To close the opening, again, is Bill Spindle.
So I was informed we had another winner for the 1987. Who is it? Okay, we got one more prize for you. We're a fair group here. Congratulations. Okay, everybody on their feet. Unless we have volunteers who would like to come do the howl. Ted, get up here. Ted volunteered.
Do we need a microphone or?
No, you just need to stand there.
What's that?
You just need to stand next to me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, somebody give Ted, we want to get, I'm trying to train some new blood on this whole thing, so Ted volunteered. Well, at least I did volunteer him. Okay, Ted.
So are you going to do the throat singing?
He wanted to do the Himalayan throat singing, but I think we're just going to stick with the howl.
Oh,
Okay. He was going to go but we're going to do the howl. Okay, so we got to reach way down, right hand. This is always the right hand proposition. We're going to go way down. Everybody ready? What do you think, Ted?
Lukewarm. It was good. A lot of hands in the air, so you have your interpretive dance now.
Hey, I picked a good one here, didn't I? Okay, now we want the statewide folks in Fairbanks to hear us because they need to hear what good things we're doing. So
The squeaky wheel, right?
that's right. So we're going to reach way down on this one. Okay, here we go. Yeah! Yeah, okay. Have a great day. UAA.